Hello everyone and welcome to my channel, Siriana Tarot. This is going to be a reading for April 23rd, 2020. This is a reading for the collective, so take what resonates and leave what doesn't. Without further ado, let's go ahead and invite spirit, angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed, and our spirit guides to this space to deliver the messages that we need to hear for all signs, April 23rd, 2020. Now, I do apologize in advance for the bird screaming. She has been kicking off all morning, so I have a feeling that is not the that is not the last time you're going to hear baby serenading, if you can call it that, in the background. But bless her heart, she does just want to join in the conversation. So let's go ahead and see what messages we have for the collective for all signs, April 23rd, 2020. Messages for the collective, all signs, April 23rd, 2020. Wow. Whoa. All right. What a nice reading. Beautiful, beautiful reading here, you guys. Your overall energy is the Star card. This is Aquarius energy. This is all about health. This is about healing. This is about rejuvenation. This is about following your intuition. The Star card comes right after the Tower. So when it's in reverse, it is telling me, just like everybody in the world right now has gone through a huge major shakeup. It could be a paradigm shift. It could be a move away from the 3D, away from away from materialistic things. I'm sorry, I can't speak today. It's the importance of using your intuition at this time. It's the importance of self-care, self-love, prayer, meditation. But it's also the need, I feel like some of you have been asking for divine intervention. So remember, after the Tower moment, the Fool is kind of wandering around, dazed and confused after this major shakeup, and he runs into this beautiful being of light. Now, it could be that's your higher self. It could be some of you have experienced this meeting in the dream space or during prayer or through meditation. It could be communication with your angels. And the Star card, this being of light, offers the Fool a drink of water. Respite, gives him this sense of healing, rejuvenation, and she tells him to trust your own inner guiding light. You'll be fine. This is the journey that you were meant to take, and you're doing exactly what you're supposed to do. Underneath that, we have the Empress. This is maternal energy. This is my card of Venus, so Taurus and Libra energy. She's a master manifester, but she's also going to offer you comfort. She has peace, she has calm, she's often pregnant, so she's very fertile. She's got so much creativity and love to give. Very powerful energies here, because you have 1, 2, 3, you have 5 major arcanas coming out, you guys, in this reading. Underneath there, you have the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is Aries, Leo, Sag energy. The Knight of Wands is oftentimes one of my cards that comes out in a love relationship as a player, or somebody who's juggling many different people, or somebody who is kind of slick, somebody who is saying all the right things, but not going to stick around. And the Knight of Wands, when he's in the upright, he's somebody who just trusts his own inner guidance, his strength to deal with anything that comes his way. He feels like he can dodge any bullets. He does come with a little bit of warning, though, that not to be too impulsive, because the Knight of Wands just sort of runs on, intense internal passion and his own sort of guiding light. That he doesn't do a lot of planning. And so Spirit is saying, do be careful here with being too impulsive. And that can be in your reactions. Okay, so try to keep heated reactions at a minimum. We're seeing that with the Temperance card in reverse. Also, just to make sure that you do plan in what you do. This could be either taking a moment to think before you speak, to understand that a lot of people are triggered at the moment. A lot of people are feeling that intensity of being cooped up or being restricted at this time. So people might be exploding. They might not be acting the way that they would normally act, or in a way that they might be proud of. But to remember to try to anchor yourself in unconditional love, even when tough times arise. Now, the Suit of Wands is also a very spiritual suit. So it's also the need to really connect with Spirit, God, universe, source, source, your angels, your spirit guides, whatever it might be, to turn yourself right back around, to receive those messages and to find that stability despite what's going on around you. Okay, underneath there we do have the Four of Wands in reverse. Some of you, this might have to do with a twin flame soulmate relationship. The Four of Wands is a contract. It can be a marriage. Next to the Sun card, it's the happiest card in the deck, and even when it's in the reverse, it's still not that unhappy, but it's about being grateful for everything that you have, everything that you've learned, and all of the abundance that you will be showered with. Okay, and all of the abundance that is your birthright. So let's go ahead and take a look at the cards that came out. We have, first of all, the Temperance card. This is Sagittarius energy. This is all about, first of all, some of you listening are earth angels, healers, empaths, mystics, other readers, yogis on your spiritual journey. Temperance is based on the archetype of Iris, who is a messenger to the gods. Iris, and we can see we have these big irises here next to her, and oftentimes there's a rainbow, so that connection with spirit and, between you and spirit, between the physical and the spiritual, that's very important. But we're seeing that that's turned upside down, so some of you may have difficulties connecting with spirit or with your guides or with your angels, okay, at this time. And Spirit saying, take it easy, be patient, allow the universe to deliver what it is that you've asked for. You need to allow for time and space, not only within your relationships, but also with Spirit. Give Spirit the time and the space to deliver what it is you've asked for. Your angels are working beside you, behind the scenes, to rearrange things so that you can, receive for your highest good. The Temperance card is the need for you to temper your temper. Okay, again, I did see with that Knight of Wands, kind of like outbursts. Some of you might be dealing with people who are, who are really struggling at this time, whether it's children who are getting a little bit bored, whether it's, older people who are feeling a little bit isolated, whether it's you having a little mini temper tantrum, which is normal at this time because we are feeling all of this restriction. Okay, and to take it easy, to be compassionate with yourself and those around you, and the need for healing, the need to rein in any excess behaviors. This can be eating, this can be drinking, whatever it is. If you take a good hard look at your behaviors, if there's something that you can tweak, something that you're overindulging in, whether that's too many glasses of wine a night, or are you burying yourself in, watching movies all day and not getting stuff done, or not paying attention to some things that might need your attention at this time. Okay, so it's about finding balance, and it's about sometimes there's powerful action in non-action. So again, if you're receiving negative energy, or you're on the butt end of outbursts, the need to pull back and not react, okay, because that might be your best reaction. I'm seeing that with the Strength card. This is Leo energy. The Strength card, again, this connection with spirit that we're seeing here with the infinity symbol, which in just a nerdy little tidbit, this is called a lemniscate. And, it's your connection with spirit. It's your, connecting with your inner wisdom. With the Empress card, creating that environment, that fertile environment to listen to your inner wisdom and to connect with spirit, to find your inner strength despite the chaos that might be going on around you, or despite the circumstances that you find yourself in. This is letting out your inner demons or your inner beasts and taming them. So also doing a lot of shadow work. I've been channeling lots of messages about Pluto recently. Okay, and the importance of Pluto right now. And so again, this is if you look into the astrology, Pluto is going to be triggering and has been triggering us for a while, but Pluto in Capricorn can cause for a little bit of discomfort. Okay, so finding that stability. I've said this in a lot of my readings lately, and especially in my Taurus new moon readings. My healers and my light workers are holding space for many people at this time, and you might be feeling a sense of exhaustion, and the importance of finding that balance and that alignment, and whether that's through prayer, meditation, but the importance of taking care of yourselves at this time, taking breaks, because when you're holding space for others, it's important that you take care of yourself first. Okay. Now the Justice card is coming out in the reverse. This is Libra energy. We did just have that full moon in Libra. We're moving into that full moon in Scorpio. Again, maybe why I'm getting a lot of messages about Pluto as well. But the Justice card is all about some sort of imbalance. And again, the need for balance. The Star card came out in reverse. The need for healing, the need for rejuvenation. Some of you guys need to take a time out. Okay, this is with the Temperance card and the Justice card in the reverse. Some of you need to get back your strength. And again, that's for a lot of my light workers and my empaths out there who, even if you yourself aren't feeling, you're not feeling the negativity, again, holding space for others, you are energetically connected to the collective. So the importance of taking care of yourself, balancing yourself, aligning yourself is going to bring back this balance. The earth energy that we're receiving from Taurus is also all about balance. And on Earth Day, the importance of Mother Earth Gaia and earthing, which can be a very powerful tool for, for stabilizing, regaining your equilibrium, but also was, a 444 portal day. And I wanted to mention, in the Christian tradition, for example, Genesis, the first chapter of Genesis, the 4th verse is when God creates night and day. You can correct me if I'm wrong there, but that's my understanding. And in that creation of night and day, it's balancing the shadow and the light. Okay, it's balancing the masculine and the feminine. And we're seeing here that there is some healing and there is some balance that needs to take place. So I'm asking you and I'm thanking you for doing the work that you're doing at this time, for holding space for others. But then remember that, the up-leveling, the balancing, the aligning that you guys are doing are helping all of those who are energetically connected to you. Now, you come out here with the 6 of Swords, which is absolutely beautiful. For me, this is a gateway card, a card that you can meditate on. This is all about this beautiful transition that's taking place, and you're coming from a place where things weren't so good and moving on to a much more beautiful, peaceful, healthier, calmer place. Okay, so it's the metaphor of moving out of choppy waters into calm waters. And I love that. And they're taking all of these swords with them. This is also, a lot of you have been downloading, the light codes on, in April, we've been getting a lot of downloads. A lot of you have been receiving the messages through your dreams from your higher self, channeling your higher self, finding your own inner strength and your guidance through prayer, through meditation, okay, through your new moon and full moon rituals. And all of these swords, they're coming along with you. They're not weighing this boat down at all. Now, I also love that because we have 3 cards here showing up where you're receiving help or divine intervention. So if somebody offers to help you, Spirit is saying, don't look them over. It also is telling me here that you are going to be receiving. There is divine intervention. You've asked for it. It is coming. But you do need to be patient. And you need to do your part as well. Okay? So I love this. This is beautiful outcome energy for this reading, you guys. All right. Additional messages for the collective. April 23rd, 2020. You guys get emotional loss. Yep, this is the 5 of Cups. This is some sort of recovery that needs to take place in the heart space, balancing your heart space. Healing. For some of you, it could have to do with love and, it could have to do with love and romance. But for others, it could just be, it could be your health. Right now, the coronavirus is really affecting our chest and our lungs. Okay, and here he's clutching that area. So some of you might be feeling tightness in your chest. I'm not saying this suggesting that you're ill. Some of you may be or may have been and may be recovering from that. And this is, the outcome is very good. This is telling of, receiving the help and the guidance and the medicine and the rest that you need to have a beautiful recovery. For others of you, you might be channeling that anxiety that others are feeling and channeling what others are feeling. And so that paying particular attention to this heart space and to that throat chakra are going to be very important. What I love about this spiral here, this spiral is one of the symbols that we see throughout nature. And I feel guided to show you my beautiful, look at this beautiful stone seashell and the spiral imagery, just an example. Look at that. Actually, I'm going to leave it right here, right there. to take a look, see how we find these symbols in nature. They're about growth, they're about expansion, and shells at one point were a currency. Okay, so again, it's about that growth, expansion, it's about currency, and it's about change as well, and going through emotional loss. The feeling of disappointment, of sadness, of maybe even feeling alone. But Spirit's saying you're not alone. There is help that's on its way, or that's coming to you. It may be coming to you in an unexpected way, or through somebody that, somebody that you might have overlooked before this. There's a real need for unity consciousness at this time. And remember, as humans, we all have something in common. Okay, so again, I'm getting this sort of like help coming through some sort of unexpected way, or a person that you normally would never have associated with, something along those lines. Wow, transformation. Yeah, look at that. This is that scorpionic energy, you guys. This is number 13. This is Scorpio. This is the death card. This is a major transformation. Okay, so make sure that, make sure that you're being kind and compassionate, not only to yourself, but to ones around you, that everybody is going through major changes here. And Spirit is saying with these cards, these changes are for the better. So don't worry. Patience and planning. Yes, Seven of Pentacles. This is all about your investments. Where are you investing your time, your energy, your love, your resources, your money? Okay, and I love these two pillars because it always takes me to, it takes me to that high priestess energy, trusting your intuition, but then also the importance of making a choice, and the choice to bring back balance into your life. At the bottom of the deck, we get the base chakra. I just had to look. So again, the importance of grounding. The base chakra is all about your survival instinct. And what's going on with Pluto is also going to really trigger our need for survival. What's going on right now with COVID-19, it's triggering our survival instincts. It's triggering our sense of belonging, okay? And our stability. The base chakra, stability. This Taurian earth energy, stability. How are we getting our needs met? Okay, what do we need to feel safe and secure at this time? All right. Additional messages for the collective, April 23rd, 2020. Friendship, nurture your relationships. Yeah, the sense of community. We're going to, and there's a reason I said, I think you're going to make unexpected friends. Some of you may not know your neighbors, but you might now, okay? Or there might be a neighbor that you never talked to, but, you bump into each other 6 feet away, of course, and, strike up a conversation, or realize that you have the same needs, and that working together, you guys can, you can help each other. It's also the importance of connecting with friends and family over the internet, on the phone, okay? The importance of making those phone calls, the importance of hugging people, if you're living with people, if you're around people, the importance of actual physical touch, having that friendship between you and your spouse, remembering why you guys are together, you and your siblings, you and your parents, whatever it might be, just making those connections, and how powerful that's going to be in the healing process, and in balancing and getting through this. 7 heavenly virtues, the keys to goodness. Wow. All right, you guys, this might be a little bit of a longer reading, but I want to read to you those 7 heavenly virtues, but give me a second because I don't know where I put my book. I found it. Okay. So this is coming from the Mystical Wisdom card deck by Guy Guthrie and Josephine Wall. So this is always interesting. The 7 heavenly virtues. You represent spiritual enlightenment, divine knowledge, and wisdom. You have faith and believe in all that is good and meaningful. Yes. You have a deep intuitive understanding of God, the angels, and the universal spirit. You know the keys to goodness. You are being asked to use this knowledge to empower and teach others. Yes. Faith. Okay, so these are the 7 heavenly virtues. Faith, belief and trust in the right things. Hope, belief that good will prevail. You know, this came out in another reading of mine, and also just to remember to have faith that, you know, when, and especially when I was talking about mentioning Genesis and the division between the light and the dark, we also have Venus moving into Gemini, and then it's going to retrograde there, and Gemini is the twins, and that's all about polarity. So we're really going to be seeing the polarity, the differences here in the 3D, and one of those major differences is the light and the dark. Okay, so again, just remember that the light always prevails. Good always wins. Anchor yourself in that truth, and you're going to see a lot of changes in your own personal, the way you feel, in the things that are happening around you, and also in world events. Okay, charity, unlimited loving kindness towards others. Okay, again, that friendship that was coming out. Fortitude, never give up. Okay, patience and planning, being introspective, but really investing your time, not looking for any quick fixes. Again, being patient with the process. Justice, being fair and equitable towards others. Look at that, our justice card, the need for balance, the need for fairness. Patience, accepting the grace to forgive. Patience, the temperance card. And then we have temperance coming out, practicing self-control and moderation. Wow. Okay. Look, we have patience coming out here, temperance. I mean, these are all the 7 virtues. Whoa. Wow, I hope you guys, I just got chills and goosebumps from that. Spirit also wants to remind you that you are surrounded by, you know, a heavenly choir, a divine choir of spirit guides, angels, ancestors, loved ones who have passed. Don't forget that. You have a big group working with you. Ascended masters. Wow. Look at that. And just look at the shooting star. Just look at that. This is also sending out unconditional love, even to those that may not be sending unconditional love to you. Okay, especially if any of you guys have felt like you've received any attacks, psychic attacks, or just even verbal. Again, we saw those outbursts coming with the Knight of Wands. Remember, it has more to do with them than it has to do with you. I wish them love and healing in their journey. Final message for the collective, April 23rd, 2020. Cordelia, go outside. You have been indoors too long. Go outside and get some fresh air. Do it. Make sure that you guys are earthing, you're grounding yourselves. Again, I mention it all the time. The Japanese call it a tree bath. Go outside. It's going to really help you balance and align yourself. It's going to really help you in the healing process. And it's going to help you, you know, also if you're holding space for others. Absolutely beautiful. Go outside. I love you guys so much. Thank you for listening. Please don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, comment, share, ring that notification bell. But most of all, I want to thank you for all your love and support. And I hope you have an absolutely beautiful day. Take care.